Hello everyone. Let me plug in my microphone. Good morning. Good morning, my early birds. I know you're out there. I am not alone. How is everybody on this Tuesday? Thank you. Hi. Good morning, good morning. I love my early birds. It's like that energy before everything and everyone gets up and gets busy. It's like the calm. Hi. I'm going on my phone so I can monitor the chat a little easier. Good morning, everyone. From the Caribbean? What time is it in the Caribbean? Good morning. Good morning, Delilah. Karen. Nina. Carla. Deborah. 7:20 a.m. Oh, so it's just so early for you guys too. Good morning, Lambie. Diane. Sleepless in Seattle. 4:20 a.m. Oh no, it's earlier than in Seattle. So you're actually 3:20 a.m. Wow. Nova Scotia, Canada. Good morning. Gulf Islands in BC, Canada. Happy to catch you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Linda. Hi, guys. It's 3:20 in California. Well, welcome, California. Hello, hello. You guys have the most beautiful sunsets in California. I, for the first time, went to California probably about 10 years ago, and I never got all the way there. And I went with a friend. She had a high school reunion, and I'm trying to remember the town. It's right in the middle. It was a weird name. But anyways, we went there, and it was a red, beautiful sunset that was going over the ocean. I was just drop dead gorgeous. It was worth going to California just to see that sunset. It was fantastic. Good morning, Lori. Gosh, it's early. Get your coffee. In about 20 minutes, it won't even feel like it. Let's have coffee. I should name this Coffee with Sheila. Good morning, everyone. From California. We get really pretty sunrises here because, of course, the mountains. We get the sunsets behind the mountains, which can be gorgeous. But we really get some really pretty sunrises on the other side. And also, when the sun rises, you watch the mountains, and the light just walks its way down the mountains. It's something. It is amazing. It's like the heavens painting the mountains as the light just walks down, and it gets highlighted. It's gorgeous. Really pretty. Is it Sagan? Sagan? Am I saying it right? Sagan? Hi, beautiful soul. Good morning. It's from Saskatchewan, Canada. I probably didn't say that at all correctly. I've been to Shigawak, Canada. My mother and my stepfather used to live up there for quite some time. Went and saw Percy Rock. Good morning, Elaine. Where are you? I'm in Colorado Springs. I live in Colorado Springs. So it is exactly 4:24 a.m. in Colorado Springs. Montebello, California. A lot of California. You know, California and Colorado, we have this relationship with them. People from Colorado have moved to California. California people moved to Colorado. We have a relationship. It's freezing here in Michigan. I bet. Hi, Michigan. I lived in Michigan, upstate Michigan, before we went to Germany, and I was like 6 or 7 years old. And we went there for my stepfather's. We lived with his aunt, I guess, for a little while he went over to Germany to get the housing and all of that, and then we came later. And all I remember is sleeping in this old farmhouse, and the spiders were this big. I know now that it's probably because I was little, but I swear to you, those spiders were this big. So when I think of Michigan, I think of spiders. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning from Florida. I've been to Florida. We went to Daytona Beach. That beach is hard as rock. You can drive on it. Been to Illinois. It's dark here. Illinois. I've been all over. Toronto. I haven't been to Toronto. I want to go. I haven't been to Washington State. And I want to go up through there, Washington State, and go to Alaska. Those, I think, are the last 2 states that I haven't been in. Is because we went and saw the sequoias, went up through there, but we never got to Washington State. So I want to fly into Washington State and then drive up to Alaska and take the ferry, because I think that sounds fantastic to do. Once this COVID is over with, that's what I want to do. Yep. West Covina, California. Ocean City, Maryland. I've been there. My husband was stationed in the Aberdeen Proving Grounds. He was an instructor. And we got to go all over in Delaware. I was able to go see the Capitol. We got to do a tour in the Capitol. My husband is currently interred. Ugh, these words of mine, in the Arlington Cemetery. So if anybody ever wants to, if you're in the Arlington Cemetery area, just text me and I'll show you where his tombstone is. And you can put a rock on his tombstone for me. Ooh, sorry. He's just close to me recently. Let's not talk about that right now. He's just been really, his spirit's been really close to me lately. So. Thank you, Gigi. Say Juan, say Ween, say Jean, say Jean, say Jean. Okay. I'll try to remember that. I will really try to remember that. Biden is up the road in Delaware. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Elaine. Good morning. On my way to bed, but I'm happy to spend time with you first. Oh, thank you. You stay up all night? Healing tears. Thank you. Yes. I tell you what, my sleeping pattern's been a little erratic. I would I sleep really good one night and I don't sleep very good the next night, and I don't know what that's about. But yesterday when I got off of work and I made a little bit of dinner and I came upstairs to watch some of my shows on my iPad, and I looked at the clock. Last time I looked at the clock, it was 5:20 in the afternoon, and I fell asleep, and I got up at 3:20 a.m. That's how long I slept. So I just noticed Robin. Well, I wanted to also get on here and show you a few of my new cards. Everybody always asks me about my cards, these ones here. I got them. These are tarot cards with keywords, and I got them off of Etsy, and Lynn Boyle is the creator. Now, when you go and check out her website, she also has a whole bunch of them on there. And just tell her that Sheila sent you. So I don't know if you'll get a discount or anything, but at least, just tell her that Sheila sent you, and her and I have conversated a few times, and she's she's very happy and she's very thankful for the business. And she has one of my videos up on her website to display and how her cards are being used. So, yay! I woke up at 3:15 a.m. Well, welcome, Chris. Hello, Robin. And yeah, oh, he passed away from COVID. I'm sorry, Sajine. My heart is just aching for the pain that this whole country is in. And I know that I am not the only one absorbing this energy. I know there's tons and tons of other empaths out there who are also sharing in the grief. Thank goodness, because not one we can't hold it all for the whole country, right? And I think that's what the spirit has done, is woken up a whole bunch of other empaths so that they can also share and absorb the energy, because it's so big right now. It's just so big. Thank goodness. Nobody wants to carry that all on one shoulder. So from Burra, Chicago. Oh, I don't know if I'll go on my trip to Chicago because of the restrictions. I always want to follow the restrictions. So we're conversating. We were going to. Due to my work, I have to, and because I already had COVID, there was a safety mechanism there. However, we're going to take some precautions. If I do go up there, I need to go up there and get my daughter and my grandson and get all of his stuff. So we may just do it separated. Who knows? What we're thinking about doing is maybe sending Vanessa and Ethan to maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Thank you. Did everybody get to see my bubbles last time? I don't even know how I went away. I'm back. I don't even know how to do this kind of stuff sometimes. I don't even know how to bring the bubbles back up. Maybe right here. Oh, there they are. I know. It was surprising to me. Sometimes I feel like a goofball. And it happened. So if anybody that wasn't on here last time with the bubbles, here we go. Isn't that fantastic? Bubble Tuesday. I was like a 3-year-old who found bubbles. Ooh. I could do silver screen. That's pretty cool. Oh! Oh! Ugh, look at the teeth. I look scary. Alright, let's see. Back to normal. Oh, that was funny. It's snowing bubbles. Disco. Oh, the disco one? I don't smoke any pot, but this is what I would play if I did. These things are hilarious and fun. Oh my goodness. Yep. Yes, thank you. Welcome, moderators. I think Lori's here. I don't know if there's any other moderators, but if... Thank you. Okay, so I wanted to... Uh-oh. Why am I buffering? Silliness. I have a bubbly personality. Well, thank you. My, it's probably my sign. I'm a Gemini, so it goes along with it. I know, it'll come back, Delilah. I get the chat, it's a little delayed, and I see the... Hi, Lori. Coffee. Does everybody have coffee? All right, I wanted to do another one. All right, so I got Native Spirit. These are wonderful little cards. Good morning, Jackie. It was early, Jackie. I didn't want to wake you up. Here's some more cards. Native Spirit, which everybody knows that I do like sweat lodges, and if there was any religion or anything like that, or if you wanted to call it that, any belief system, I would do. And this is my own personal opinion. You don't have to take this, but my own personal opinion is, if anybody has the spiritual thinking and belief system correct, I believe that the Native Americans have the most accurate. So that means that nobody else is accurate. I'm just saying that's what I believe. It makes more sense to me of the Native American belief system. Okay, so these are beautiful. Sweat lodge, that's what I do. So when you're doing a reading, these are oracle cards, right? So these are beautiful little oracle cards. And when you're doing a reading, you ask them, especially if they believe in the Native American belief system, these cards, you would draw them, and you'd give them a direction of what they need to do in the Native American. So I always have a lot of Native Americans that I do readings on, believe it or not. So yeah, these are beautiful. So if anybody, it's a Native American oracle cards. They're beautiful. Hang on for for 5 seconds. Hang on a minute. I'm back. Okay. So those are the new cards that I got. Was the Native American. I'm going to take off, of course, December for doing readings, and then I'm going to pick that back up in January. So I have added to my reading repertoire, I guess you call it. Yeah, the sweat lodge, you know, I don't know if anybody knows about the sweat lodge. Never go into a sweat lodge that you don't trust. That's number one. Never go into a sweat lodge that you don't know that the person who is doing the sweat lodge hasn't been through their journey, you know, as a pipe holder, all of that stuff. You have to make sure that you are very well taken care of. Never go in there without knowing that. And sweat lodges, I don't know if any, I'll explain a little bit of the sweat lodges. The sweat lodges, what the Native Americans believe is when you are in the lodge, it's a prayer. You go in there, there's 4 doors, and it's a prayer. So they think that, and they believe that while you're in there and the heat is on you, you pray harder, and that makes your concentration and your prayers, I hate to say more powerful, because I think all prayers are powerful, but it just makes you concentrate on your prayer and talking to your Creator, and that one-on-one, and it works, right? So you have, your body is going through something, and then you focus your mind and your prayer and talking to your Creator. It just eliminates all noise, and it just makes you feel, I feel tons closer to my Creator and His Spirit when I do that. So intense is the word. Yes. That is so true. Okay, so here's another one. I got into palmistry a long time ago. Yes, you concentrate intensely. Absolutely. I got into palmistry a long time ago. I got into palmistry because I don't have a lifeline. This is my right hand, and I'm right-handed, and I don't have a lifeline. So I couldn't figure out, after I figured out what palmistry was, I never understood what palmistry was. So I thought I would just dive deep into palmistry. So if you're ever near me, or you wanted to send a picture of your palm to me, I can read your palm. Now, I found out these cards right here, the palmistry cards, which are a great learning tool to go through them. Sometimes I forget, what a line is or something along that lines, and this is a really great learning tool. So if anybody ever wants to get into palmistry, these are really good. It has the lines, and then it has the description of the lines behind that. I'm always into education. Geminis are always into education. We're always wanting to further our thinking, further our knowledge. So we're always into that. And so these are the tools that I also use. It also tells you what section of the finger, and it explains it on the back as well. So I highly recommend, if you're ever into palmistry, yeah, they are really great study cards. I highly recommend these as well. Nobody's paying me to advertise these. This is not the reason why I do this. The reason why I do this is because the more enlightened and the more lighters we have in this world, the better off we're going to be. And that is something that my spiritual advisor told me, is that the more we share the enlightenment and draw more enlightened people into the fold, the better off this whole society is going to be. So these are the reasons why I do this. But this is a really good study guide. So if anybody ever wants to get into that. Good morning, Rose. So we have, like I said, all of these. It also goes into how the curvature of your thumbprint or what it means, and it talks about it on the back side as well. There's a lot in palmistry. A lot in palmistry. And here's what I found out. I had somebody who did palmistry and who was also a seer talk to me about my not having a lifeline. And I've heard a couple of things. Number one was that I chose to come back down to earth because of my children. My children and I have been doing the deal, as in doing life and coming down to this earth forever together. My children and I have been doing that, and they needed me to come down with them to help them with their growth. And so I agreed to come back down there with them again for the growth. I'm staying for my grandchildren, though, because she told me that I came down on my own decision and I can leave whenever I'm ready as well. And I'm not ready yet because I have grandchildren. And so I'm staying for them. And I know that I am here to also help them and enlighten them and bring them up to, bring them into the fold. So there's that. And the second one was I am a wanderer. I am a spirit wanderer, and I get to, who knows, if there was ever somebody else who in another family who needed a lesson or needed me to be somebody for them to help them get enlightened, I would do that, is what she said. So, but for right now, I'm here for my children. And for you guys, apparently. It doesn't make me special or different at all. There's so many people out there in this platform and in this world that knows way more and things like that. So it has nothing to do with me being special or different or anything. But I am dedicated. That's one thing, that I am dedicated to this way of life. I'm dedicated to knowing the Spirit, knowing my Creator. I am dedicated to always producing and following the love and light path. So I'm very dedicated to that. All right, so my last cards that I wanted to show you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I love getting new cards, and these are a lot of people when they want to do a reading with me, and we'll get to some other readings, a reading with me, they always want to know about the love life. So I've been searching high and low to get some cards that help me out with that as well. And these right here are some pretty cool cards that help me out with love life readings. Aren't they beautiful? They're beautiful. Is that upright? This cursive writing is a lost art. Our children are not being taught cursive writing anymore, which is a shame. Cold heart. So if you guys wanted to, say, hey, how is my love life going? I can throw some cards and I can give you a reading on how it's going. There's no in there. Aren't these beautiful? They're pretty cool, huh? There's no, there's yes, there's Yeah. So, now I got me some cards. Yeah, I don't do relationships like that anymore either. I have committed myself to this way of life, and I have hung up the trying to date and all of that. It's hard for a man to get with me. Number one, I know when you're lying. Number two, I usually know, before I even ask the question, I already know the answer. It's hard for them. They don't do very well. They think that they're sneaky and they can't be sneaky with me. And I'm sure that's probably your story as well. Hi, Geek Hillbilly. Hi, Tawana. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I know. Iwa. Love life. What's that? I don't know. My love life consists of my craft. Who knows, you know, if I trip over him and, and find out that way, then I don't know. But I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. Diane, you know, I'm beginning to think so. It's almost like, you know, how can I put this? I see their BS coming a mile away. Like, I'm not dealing with that at all. You're going to need a woman who is not awake to deal with that. Because no. Mm-mm. But of course, I can understand them too. If I would find a man who was a lot like me, and he would know that I'm honest. He would know that I'm pure-hearted. He would know, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't have a man accusing me of anything, of any variety of lying or being deceitful, because he would know. But they're rare. I'd date Jesus if he was here. I'm pretty sure he was enlightened and he was one of us. I'd be doing everything I could to date Jesus. I'm like, I want to be your wife. Yeah, that's the thing, that is the worst thing that they think. That's the thing I get really irritated the most. It's like, you lied to me. So you honestly believe that I may be agreeing to your BS. Yeah, I just go, I think the same thing. How dare you assume that I would accept that? Everybody wants to marry Jesus. Yeah, this is true. I would have to get past Mary Mandolin. You go, girl. Okay. There any... You know, that allergy thing is better up in my room, but it hasn't gone away. I don't know what to do about it. It is what it is. Okay. My nose. All right, let's get through some political readings, I suppose. Is anybody... That was a long entry. Will the 25th Amendment be used? Let's check. Me too. I absolutely refuse to have any man or woman, I don't date women, but I'm just saying, any man, any person really, but any man especially, treat me like I'm stupid, like I'm just a woman. Nothing fires up the inner flame inside of me to have somebody treat me like I'm stupid. I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun. Underestimate me. This is going to be entertaining. Yeah, I agree, hon. I have some seriously high boundaries now. I don't think it's unreasonable to ask for a mate to be at the same level of enlightenment as you. I don't think that's unreasonable. Oh, Lindsey Graham cheated in the South Carolina, and the way he's suggesting Georgia to cheat, I agree. I watched a little bit of that this morning when I woke up. I don't think it's unreasonable either. It's called self-respect. I totally agree. I'm not one of them skinny girls either. You know what I mean? I have some thickness in me, and I have a theory too. It's like, you can't see anything other than my physical attributes, then you just move it along, my dear. There's nothing here for you. Literally. All right, let's get back to the 25th Amendment. Let's see if we're going to get any 25th Amendments going on. Nothing would make me more happier. That's right. Thickness. There's nothing wrong with thickness. All right. Boris Johnson? Okay. I can read on Boris Johnson. I can read really easily on Boris Johnson for some reason. Maybe it's because he's another Gemini that I have a good path to see him, but we'll see. "25th Amendment. Let's see what we got. Two of Swords, balancing the forces. Difficult choice. The 25th Amendment is a difficult choice. I think you have to have the Senate's approval to do 25th Amendment. If somebody knows more about the who has to decide the 25th Amendment, let me know. I think the House has the right to bring it about. I think the House has the right to choose, to start the movement on that. But it seems to me like the Senate would be the one, just like an impeachment, the Senate would be the one to finalize that. I don't know what the cabinet, I don't know what that means. So, yes, they do, the Senate. So that's the reason why it's going to be a hard decision. It's a difficult process because they have nowhere to go because, Mitch McConnell, the demon, and the head that heads up the Senate is going to block that. And the Ace of Swords. So, and it comes in inverted. Memory loss, misuse of power, that would be the reason why they would do the 25th Amendment. But it's not a difficult one. The Lovers comes up. Like I said, his party won't allow that. The King of Swords comes up. The party, and that's, they think, the Hermit, he's going away. The Nine of Pentacles kind of shows up, and what makes me think about the Nine of Pentacles going forward is they really don't want, to, you know, 45 is not just 45. Everybody's afraid of his anger, apparently, but 45 also represents the Republicans and the Republican base. So when a Republican goes against 45, it's not just 45 he's going against. He's going against the Republicans. He's going against the people who believe in Republicans. So they have a very delicate path there. They are trying to maneuver, and what they want to do is separate themselves from 45, but what they don't want to do is separate themselves from their party, and they don't want to separate themselves from the base of that party. You see what I mean? So that's the reason why they're in this. The world is watching. You know, the world is watching. They're not going into anything that's going to, and they're going to support Biden once he's in, and they're going to try to do what they can to repair the damage that this man has done to their party. I want to read on that. I want to see how much damage 45 has done to the Republican Party. I don't think I've ever asked that question. Let's see. And then we'll read on Boris Johnson. Good morning, Mindset. Good morning, Dave. They don't have to dumb down their base. Well, you know, if good morning, Mindset. If the Republicans were more transparent, they wouldn't have anybody being able to blackmail them. If the Republican Party was more honorable, they wouldn't have anybody be able to blackmail them. Just like Mitt Romney. I bet Mitt Romney, who I don't really care for, but he can do whatever he wants because he has nothing in his background that they can manipulate him with, and that makes that's what they should be going for, as I said. Good morning, Sonia. Cat Shepherd. Good morning, everyone. Okay, let's see what kind of damage The first card up is the Page of Pentacles, and I'm curious. So let me think on that effort, putting in the effort. Never giving up. That represents the Republican Party, right? Prior to all of this chaos and this craziness, which is patience, steady progress, moving to change in routine, putting in the effort, never giving up. But what hinders them and the damage that has done is the Five of Swords, trickery, dishonest, unsolved conflicts. Yeah. So the Republican Party was trying to create something else, but this is what they ended up with, was the Five of Swords. That's their problem. That's the damage that has gone over top of them. The Ten of Swords, they're incredibly worried, and they think that there's too many holes in their bucket now. There's way too many holes in their bucket from everything. Just in the 4 years of the damage that has done. And the Page of Wands is also talking about the travel and discovery, chasing the adventure. You know, they all fell into the theatricals of the Republican Party. They didn't believe that, you know, how can I put this? They all of a sudden they were playing a game, and then they realized that this game is too dangerous to be played with. But they all played it. They all sunk their teeth into this crazy attraction to the theatricals of of the Republican Party of the last 4 years. They have literally been playing theater. The lies, the deceit, the actions, the everything. It's all fake theater. The Nine of Pentacles. A good income. It brought lots of money. That's the reason why. It brought lots and lots of money. Which is sad to do things out of money. Money is so low vibrating. It's shameful. I'm so sorry. Low vibrating. So if so low vibrating. So when you are concentrating on just money, it brings your vibration down. And when things, that means when you're down low vibrating, things go out ugly, they come in ugly. They go out ugly, they come in ugly. Just remember that. So whenever you are wanting to manifest something, raise your vibration and then manifest or think of what you want. Because it'll go out high vibrating and come back in high vibrating. And we have watched this with the Republican Party, that all things have come in and out ugly because of the low vibration. Because they're concentrating on a low vibrating object, which is money. Money is fluent. It's like water. It comes in, it comes out. Spirit's in charge of it. Let it go. Right? Let it go. Concentrate on higher vibrations. Concentrate on higher things. You know? And then we have the Hierophant, the spiritual guidance and authority. And right here, the traditions and the structure. The tradition and the structure. Hopefully they get back to their own traditions. You know, the Republican Party is not who they... The Republican Party hasn't always been this ugly. They really haven't. I would love for them to go back to being a respectable component of this government. The Ace of Swords, new cycle and enterprise. They're going to try. Judgment. The judgment has showed up. They're going to try, but the damage that has done is that we all have now a clear picture of what has happened, what they did, and how they work. And I don't think they're going to get out of this hole. They're not going to get out of this hole. Results from past efforts tells me a lot about that. The Wheel of Fortune, the karma is coming around. What come around goes around. And then the King of Pentacles, control, power, and discipline. The world, the control, the discipline, and their party. So that makes me think of one story, like the discipline of their party. The people of the American people have really gotten into a point where they're like, for one thing, we're going to discipline you now and reject your thoughts, reject the party because of how they acted. And that's that discipline. That's the only way they can get disciplined is to remove their money, to remove their attention, and to remove their support. And that's what the American people have proven through this election alone. Yes, they have tons of people who voted Republican. I get that. But we have the majority. And if anybody knows anything about the Leela metric system, or I can't think of it right now, when collectively a collective thought will start dominating and bring other collective people into the fold because of the energetically it'll work. The majority thinking, the majority thoughts will bring other people up to them. If anybody in this chat can think of what I'm talking about. But it is the collective who is high vibrating will also create the path. So we did it. The majority, no, it's, well, the majority rule, yeah, but it's called something else where collective energy, you know, just like, in science, they have all of these atoms and they're going crazy. And all of a sudden they add enough atoms and they all line up. And it's called something else. Good morning, Ebony. I'll think of it, 3 hours into my work today. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. Critical mass. Yes. Oh, critical mass. Yes, critical mass. So just know that critical mass. So we have the majority of people who believe in Biden and believe that we need a new country, we need a new belief system, and critical mass will happen, which means that those who are wishy-washy that believed in Trump will, if they are vulnerable to critical mass, they will join us. And just know that. Now, there are some who are so low vibrating that there's nothing we can do about it. There's just nothing. I have a hair that's driving me crazy. There's nothing we can do about it. But, yes, critical mass. We're well on our way with that. Okay. Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson. Mississippi's chilly. My brother lives down in Mississippi. I have a twin niece and nephew. They live down in Jackson, Mississippi. Or not Jackson. Well, they used to live in Jackson, Mississippi. Now they live over there by where they had the war. I really wish I remember my adjectives when I'm live. But it doesn't happen. It's right on the border there of Texas and, or is it Texas? I've been down there once. Right on the Mississippi River. I love the people down in Mississippi. They were very, very kind and nice. They didn't even know who I was. I told them I was from Colorado, and they're like, hey, come over here, They were just nice. They just trusted me. I don't know why. It was nice. All right, Boris Johnson. What exactly do we want to know about Boris Johnson? Let's see. Does he have COVID again? Does Boris Johnson have COVID again? Let's see. There's something else going on with Boris Johnson. I'm reading the cards, and so we had the Five of Cups that came up right off the bat. Pain, loss, and grief. Regret and despair. Emotional breakup. It's telling me something about his relationships not going very well. I asked about if he has COVID. Nothing came up about COVID, but it come up about his relationship. Is there something going on with his relationship? Because it looks like it's fast moving. There's a lot of judgment in the relationship. The King of Swords shows up in the relationship. The Three of Pentacles, which is craftsmanship, and then of course the Knight of Cups comes in, which is another romance. Going forward is another romance. Is there something going on with his relationship? I'm going to have to ask the cards one more time, but that's what's dominating him right now. That is absolutely what's dominating his energy, is his relationship. It's not going very well. Did he cheat again? I don't know. But something not right in the relationship with what's going on. So now that we got that story out of the way, Spirit, let's go into if he's sick again. He lost one of his underlings in Parliament. Okay. 45 probably will leave after the certification of the electrical college. They have been they've been doing everything they can to manipulate and to get somebody to cheat the electrical college. Doesn't look like they're getting anywhere with that, because not only do they have to cheat that, they also have to prove the cheat. And so how are they going to do that? All right, Boris Johnson, see if he's sick again. He's having relationships problems. Hi, Tina. Boris Johnson, let's see. Temperance. That tells me that a doctor is involved. Temperance. But we also have the King of Swords, which is can express himself in learning disability. Judgment shows up. Queen of Cups. Four of Swords, rest and meditation. Rest and meditation. I don't know if he's got it again, but maybe somebody in his wishes fulfilled. Six of Cups. Sun or the Moon. Anxiety, betrayal. I don't think he has COVID again, but I guarantee you there was some relationship. Whoever that person who left, he betrayed. There's a betrayal. I don't know if he betrayed him or they betrayed him, whichever happened, but there was a betrayal that has happened in that relationship. Because he was all tied up with a situation, and he got the betrayal, the moon, the anxiety, the fear. And if the truth ever came out, that would be extremely damaging. So they have the talents doing the groundwork, trying to keep it under wraps, and the results are past efforts. So something has happened in that relationship. Something went down. Gross. Yeah, there's a betrayal somehow, some way, and that guy just took off and goes, or something. It seems like the narrative that you were told of what happened is not even close to the situation at hand. There's betrayal. Somebody had to leave. They want to tell the story, but they can't right now because of the safety. Something happened. So yeah, be probably 6 months to a year down the road that you're going to find out the truth. Give it some time to percolate. There was a betrayal at some point in some way in that relationship. So there you have it, Mr. Boris Johnson. But he's having serious relationship problems with his girlfriend or wife or mother of his child, whatever it is. But I don't think he has COVID again. That didn't come up. If he does, it didn't come up. Okay, on to the next question. Hi, Kathy W. Hi, sweetheart. Salam. Twilight Zone hostage. You guys come up with the funniest names sometimes. Good morning, Gina. Tawana, I don't know if I said hello to you yet. All right. Does Lindsay have any consequences for his actions in Georgia? God, I wish. Good morning, Cheryl. Marie! Hi! Marie's table's here. Now, everybody, we have a celebrity in the chat. Tell her hello. Hello, my sweet Marie. Wow. Wow. Good morning, good morning. Sorry, guys. I wish the allergies would just go away. Like my nose gets all red. But it is what it is. Hi, Patricia. All right, let's read and see if the demon, Lindsey Graham. I keep on wanting to call him the shapeshifter. He's the shapeshifter. Lindsey Graham, the shapeshifter. See if he is going to be held accountable. Okay. Took me a while to get into the energy of Lindsey. I'm going to turn my coffee around so I can drink it. It took me a little while to get into that energy. I don't know what's up with that. Lindsey is such an alcoholic. It's hard to pick up on his, he really is a bad alcoholic. He drinks morning, noon, night. He is constantly under the influence of alcohol. He is. He's like, if Lindsey Graham was in prison, he would do well there because he's that shapeshifter. He would be able to he's definitely that shapeshifter. He's slippery like a slimy frog. Okay. Let's do Lindsey Graham. Hermit. Solitude. Inner guidance. Soul searching. Five of Wands. Conflict. Conflict avoidance. So here's the core. Like this represents Lindsey Graham, right? The Hermit. And that talks a lot about his retreat, that hermit, that like the alcoholism I was talking about. He is squashed whoever and whatever he used to be. And then conflict avoidance. And then, he's a conflict avoider. He skates around the truth. He skates around problems. He skates around, trying to stay out of the line, out of the conflict. Failed relationships. Failed relationships is at the bottom. Disharmony, hidden agenda, falsehood. Misfortune, pain. Four of Pentacles, financial control and stability. That's what he's after constantly. It comes into the situation. That's what he's after constantly, is that stability, that financial control. The Knight of Wands is going forward, news of travel and homework. Goal-oriented. The Five of Pentacles, financially, so they're losing lots of money. Financial, he's going, lack of stability, missed opportunities, something that represents him. The karma is going to bite him in the bottom. Karma is coming after him. The Wheel of Fortune, see, he's poverty, and the reason why these two it makes sense to go for karma instead of fortune is because this card came before this card. Since the poverty card comes for this one, this is the karma after that. Is the reason why he is in poverty and losing money and losing control is because of karma. See, when you're reading the cards also, you have to read the card before and after to understand why a card has showed up. And then the Two of Cups after that, loving reunion. The loving reunion, so we have poverty, karma, and the loving reunion is because he buddied up with the Republicans. He buddied up with 45, and he's going to pay the consequences of that. And then we have defending the territory. That means he's probably going to have a lawyer defending his territory. The King of Swords also shows up. The King of Swords, upright, expert in his field, a lawyer. And then the Two of Swords, balancing the forces. So whatever's coming his way, it's going to balance the forces. It's going to balance. So what that tells me is this. A criminal has done something, and then the courts will balance that out, right? That's what they do. You do a crime, and you have to pay for your crime. And that's that balancing force that we have in our court system and in the justice system. So if I'm going to say he's going to pay for it, I don't know how he's going to pay for it, but at some point in time in the future, he's going to, the balancing of the forces will happen for him. So yeah, I think so. I wish I could tell you he's going to jail, but I don't know what spirit has in store for his balancing of his forces. Maybe when we get closer, after 45 leaves and we get Biden in, we're going to get tons more energy just flooding out. Right now, they're holding it all back. And that has been the problem with me, and I'm sure other readers, is that they have this whole barrel that they just cannot release because they can't, they can't tell how they're going to proceed because they don't want the slippery ones to get away. So we have this barrel of information we're waiting to be able to get tapped into. And I know it's there. I can see it. I can kind of get a feel of what's in there. But really, they're not giving permission for it to be out in the open yet. Therefore, we're not going to tap into it because it's almost like them putting a spell on it for silence, and they don't even know they're doing it, but we do, which is appropriate. So once this all transition happens, once the floodgates open, man, I can't wait to tap into that. It's going to be a nice, wonderful flood of information coming through. So, good morning, everyone. All right, one more question, and then I got to go to work. One more question, guys. Thanks for joining me so early in the morning. You guys are fantastic. Let's see. Let's read on 45. Let's do that. Let's see where he's at today. What's going on? Oh, ugh. He is, yeah, I'm going to read on 45. He is absolutely, his body, his mind, he's nauseous. His body's really not doing very well. Physically, he feels ill. When I go in, I would not want to live not even 1/2 a second in that body. How he treats it, what he does with it, how he feels, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. But his body's not holding up very well. All right, 45. You have no video, Catherine. 90s in Arizona. Good Lord. Good morning, Agent. Okay, what's going on with 45? Ugh. So the Page of Wands comes up, which is lack of direction, bad news, and bullying youth. He is now in his most desperate state of mind and bullying whoever, like, if he would be the one talking to his lawyers, he would be just giving him all kinds of pressure to do what they need to do. If he was in court, he would be yelling at the judge, telling them to do what he wants because I'm the president. He is, you know, if he was talking to the people who have to certify the election in each one of their states, he would be the one forcing them, like, how dare you pick something? Why can't you cheat for me? That's what he's in. That's the end of his game, is in the bullying stage. We also have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords also came in inverted, which is all talk, no action. All talk, no action. So nobody's listening to him anymore, people. Nobody's listening to him anymore. He's all talk, no action, lies, gossip, and the know-it-all. They realize what he's doing. We also have the Five of Wands, petty conflict, bickering. So I think the Republican Party and the GOP and everybody that's in his circle, hemisphere, bickering. They're going to implode from within. They're going to implode from within. Six of Swords, moving on from turbulence to calm. He's leaving. He knows he's got to go. He's just not going to let us know because, God forbid, make him look weak. But he knows. He's in his mind. This is over top of him. This is what is in his mind. The High Priestess, feeling subconscious, silence, going forward, balancing of the forces. Again, balancing of the forces. Then the Magician, poor planning, indecision, abuse of power. Abuse of power. That's what he's trying to do right now. He is doing his utmost best to just bully anybody that can cheat for him. Don't let me go. Don't let me go. Defending the boundaries, defending the territory. We also have Nine of Cups, generosity. I don't know why the Nine of Cups keeps on coming in. And then the Knight of Pentacles, which is steady progress. Never giving up. He just has that never giving up attitude right now. Ace of Cups shows up, and then the Four of Pentacles, which is he's holding on. But he's not going to. Let me see what the other side. So we did 45. We're going to see how the other people are reacting to him, and then we'll go. Yes, that is the world that he wants to live in, is luxury. Everything, and he wants everybody to listen to him. He wants everybody to do what he wants. He doesn't understand why people are not obeying him. He's the president, for God's sake. Yeah, he's acting like an insane king. Craziness. Footprints here. Hi, Footprint. Hi, honey. It's pretty late over there for you, isn't it? Late in the evening. Okay, let's see what the other side, I want to look at the energy of the pushback. What does 34 p.m. mean? Pushback. Hopes and fears, bright prospects, positive change and healing. See, this is the pushback he's getting from all of his crap that he's trying to pull and make everybody do. Is the healing. They're like, no, we're done with you. We have something better coming in. We're not going to listen to your tyrant anymore. Then the lack of reward, lack of long-term vision. They keep on telling him, you got nothing for us. You got nothing for us. You have nothing for us. Then we have fertility, abundance, and productivity. Yeah, he keeps on being told, or the people who are pushing against him, strife, argument, tension, betrayal, loss. This is what they're doing with him. They're betraying him. There's tons of people out there betraying his trust, betraying what he wants, burden of the responsibility to keep our country intact. The Three of Swords, heartbreak. He's going to go through some serious heartbreak. He's going to know that people are against him, and they're tired of the heartbreak going forward. And then we have the Ace of Wands, new cycle and enterprise. You see that going forward, the heartbreak of what he has done, the heartbreak, he's going to go through some serious, this is the pushback he's getting. This is the pushback that he's getting towards him. So I wanted to see how his people are really reacting to him. Is heartbreak. They're going to break, he's watching it. Going forward is the new cycle in finance. The new cycle. The Magician upright, which is power, skills, the tools at hand. They can now have what they need to go no more. The Ace of Cups is new birth and new love. They love Biden. The new love is Biden. The new love is the new world. And the final outcome is boundaries, standing their ground. So that's the pushback he's getting. Darn the luck. Queen of Pentacles, down to earth. And then the Five of Wands. Petty the bickering and all of that. So he's doing what he's doing, but people are pushing back. So the internal is starting to implode. And we know how unstable arguments and strife is within an organization. It falls apart. So, all right, everyone. Thank you for joining me for an early morning with my early birds. Hi, Ruby Blue. Good morning. Kathy W. I don't know if I said hello to you. Hannah Brown. Hello, Hannah. Thank you for all the moderators. Truthfully. Gosh, you make this so easy when you moderate. If any of you moderators, I mail off some really, really nice gifts. If you want to email me your address so that I can send you off a gratitude of a nice gift of something from here from Colorado, I would love to do that for you. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Alrighty. Bye.